welcome everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, did you have the music box? Yes, the music box. Okay. Ayla, you have your sound effects box? Okay. All the audio visuals in place. Thank you so much. I'm going to give you a brief tour of the set so you just kind of know what you're looking at the beginning. This is a moat near a museum where there are some bad ballerina mermaids. So imagine that it's kind of underwater and this is the bad ballerina hideout. This over here, okay. This over here is the circus with sort of a royal tent. And this is the royal family. It's two princesses who are sisters and their unicorn. And they are the owners of the circus. And they brought it to town, and there's this museum that's right here. And it's a little creepy because nobody's ever really like going in and out of it, but it's just right there next to the circus. And so they're a little curious about it. And hidden in the museum are the two museum guards. And you'll find out what happens to them in the actual play. Oh, that's the rotting food machine. Yeah, okay, great. Is everyone in the cast ready?
What is this part of the play?
This is this play. Oh, yes, thank you. This is a tree that is somewhere between the circus, the moat, and the museum, where a blue jay lives, who can kind of keep an eye on everything that is happening. And if you notice, she'll kind of be like ducking out and observing throughout all of the other scenes. All right. It is called The Haunted Museum. Okay.
Come on, Jack.
You're hidden at the beginning. Okay. Are we going to start with the music?
Or that's
Does it start? Well, we were going to do like a yellow was going to do a bird call, and you were going to do some, I think just at the very beginning. Okay,
Yes.
So everyone listen close. Act 1. The circus has come to town. The owners of the circus, Princess Heartshine and her little sister Waja, and their unicorn Chocolate, are hoping to check out the museum on the other side of the moat. Heartshine says, "Oh, look at the museum.
Oh, look at the museum.
Looks kind of scary.
Looks kind of scary, but anyway, let's go.
Come on, Chocolate."
Come on, Chocolate.
And so then they go and check out the museum, and then you guys can kind of circle back to your house because you don't have another scene. The star of their circus, Molly, the ballerina / tightrope walker, is secretly bad. Molly, it's a secret. Molly turns to the audience and says, "I'm just Molly."
I'm just ready.
But I'm not
I'm not bad.
With a wink, in a way that tells the audience she really is bad. She has been visiting Brownie and Crystal, sister bad ballerina mermaids, who live in the moat. Crystal gets them to all gather round. So Penny and Alice, you're going to gather around with June B. and hold your hand. They gather around and put their hands in the middle, and Crystal says, and they raise their hands like a cheer, and Brownie says,
We can make anything into butterflies. Everyone.
okay, and then back to your little home. Icicle, the blue jay who lives in the tree outside of the museum, sees Molly sneaking out and plotting with these bad ballerinas. All right, and then Heartshine and Waja and Chocolate are going back to the museum. When Heartshine and Waja and Chocolate go into the museum, they realize that something is wrong. Oh, you want to do the door thing, Franny? Franny, the door thing. They realize that something is wrong. Heartshine says, "It's even creepier in here." Somebody added. Look at this thing. This is a creepy thing that she's found. Chocolate notices the blood splattered at the painting, and then she neighs. And that's the end of Act 1. flashback. So Act 2, flashback. Cue creepy music from Franny's music box. Franny brought in the music box when we were practicing, and then Penny just happened to bring the music box today. So here we are with the music box. Go for it, Penny.
Not working.
It takes a second.
Other way.
There you
Flashback. Clock and Dragon, the guards of the museum, a creepy old museum that nobody really works in, are checking things out and walking the rounds. Clock says, and Dragon says, pictures used to be not, but now they are. They changed last night. And then Clock gasps and he says,
There's blood on it. It's with mine.
and Dragon says,
I agree with you.
there is blood.
That's mine. Put them under your chair.
We don't know though, so let's just taste it. Okay, so they touched the painting because they had to find out if it was blood. And then, all of a sudden, all of the paintings in the museum turn into the same painting of a saber-toothed tiger monster, and the guards are instantly turned into monsters too. And Clock says,
Hey, don't be scared.
This is Clock's line. Why are my hands growing sharp claws? Okay, well, we're getting this part. Elliot, you're still here. Clock says, why are my hands growing sharp claws and turning green? And Dragon says, why is my body turning red? And Clock says, yeah, why am I growing fangs? Do you want me to do your lines? Okay. I'm going to do Clock's lines right now, and he's going to act it out. Why am I growing extra fangs with extra red on them? And Dragon says, extra long fangs too. And Clock says, or they both say together, why am I growing another head? Why am I growing another head? And then they both suddenly have grown second heads. End of Act 2. Wait, no, you're going to go around the island being monsters again. So now we've seen the Clock and Dragon, they're monsters. And they're just going to be kind of like interacting with you, but maybe quietly, right, monsters? Okay. Act 3. Okay, good guys. We need you back here. Pretend you don't see him because you're in the museum. Okay. Heartshine and Chocolate and Waja are trying to figure out what happened because this museum is empty and creepy. Waja and Chocolate. Louisa and Zoe. They're trying to figure out what happened. Heartshine holds everyone's hands. Do the thing where you're together. And she says, we have to figure this out. You go to the closet. You go to the basement.
Stop it, Zoe.
And I'll go downstairs. Meanwhile, the bad ballerina mermaids are sneaking over to the museum to bring food to the monsters. Oh, they already did it. So meanwhile, as in, this happened a little bit ago, and Crystal had said, Jimmy, come on, friends. We're going to steal the food and feed the monsters.
We're going to steal the food and feed the monsters.
And then they cackle maniacally. They brought pickles, cheese, watermelon, and bacon. When they give it to the monsters use their rotting food machine to make the food rot before they eat it. Icicle, the blue jay, has seen and heard them, so she flies into the museum to warn the good guys.
Come on.
She flies in the window, and she finds them, and she says, the museum's become haunted. As loud as you can, I got it.
The museum has become haunted.
The bad ballerinas, even Molly, the star of the circus, are secretly feeding the monsters. The only way to save everyone is to touch that creepy painting. And she points to the painting with the blood on it. The monsters, who've been playing baseball with pieces of the museum, see the good guys down the hall, and they want to turn them to monsters too. So this is the part where you guys walk by the hall. You don't see them. And then how you say, "Hey, come over here." And Heartshine says, "What's that creepy voice? Let's check it out." The good guys go down the hall to look. The monsters try to attack the princesses and the unicorns. And then the bad ballerinas come out of nowhere. With monster goo. But before it works, Heartshine and Chocolate grab their hands. So, Franny, you can get Kai's hand, and Louisa, you get Elliot's hand. And then they get them over to the creepy painting. Elliot. Get over here. They touch their hands to the creepy painting. And then, the guys turn back into human museum guards. And the museum suddenly gets less creepy. And Clock says, "Oh yeah, everything's back to normal. We're just museum guards. You can all go home." Everyone is happy that things are less creepy, so they all go home. When they have gone, everyone else quiet. When they have gone, Clock and Dragon give each other a high five. But their high five accidentally touches the original painting, and they turn into monsters again!